Okay, well, Tracee Ellis Ross made this announcement during an interview. This news dropped on the 23rd. I'm just getting around to reading on it myself, but she said that there were 13 more episodes of Girlfriends that were never filmed. I could be wrong, but I recall her as well as the rest of the four women of Girlfriends doing an interview with Charlemagne the God on his YouTube channel. I don't know if they announced it there, but I do recall something of the like being said a while ago that basically, the show just ended. There was more to tell, but they never did the episodes. Basically, it goes back to the fact of the writer's strike that took place during that time. And, I know that as a kid when it first happened, it was really something I noticed in some of the kid shows I was watching at the time, like Power Rangers RPM and things of that nature, because the writer's strike was a big deal. Actors walking off sets, and obviously writer's strikes because certain things weren't being met in terms of their needs or their wants and whatnot, and it just caused a whole lot of chaos behind the scenes. And it's interesting because typically at the time of when those events happen, the general audience doesn't know about it. Not to mention at the time, I think I maybe had dial-up at my house, so it wasn't like, everything was posted online like it is today. But, years later, I found out, a lot of shows were impacted by this writer's strike. But this information is coming from yahoo.com, and I will leave a link in the comment section below so you can check it out for yourself. But Tracee says, our last episode that was shot was during the writer's strike, and believe it or not, I was actually the one who directed it. It was my first time directing. It was not fun because it was really bizarre. It was surreal, but then we just kind of faded away. We had 13 more episodes to do, but we never did them. We didn't have a wrap party. We didn't even know we were ending. The last moment wasn't with all our writers and everybody. It was not sort of a ceremonial end. Let's see here. And it looks like, she goes on to say, it didn't get its proper send-off. It should have been given some honor because it was kind of a breakthrough show and something I was proud of. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that definitely comes through as something that Girlfriends should get the kudos for. Kelsey Grammer, who was actually a part of this show, a big part of this show, pretty much said that Mara Brock Hill did one hell of a job on the project. But regardless, I'm very curious to see what those final 13 episodes would have looked like. And given that we have, upcoming projects like The Best Man, the final chapters coming on Peacock, which will bookend that movie franchise in the form of a show for one season, I wonder if Girlfriends could get the same treatment where basically the cast comes together. And remember, Jill Marie Jones, aka Tony, wasn't in the final season, so perhaps now if they were to bring the show back just to wrap up the series, maybe not even a full 13 episodes, but just enough to wrap up the storylines in a proper conclusion, at least Tony would be part of the group. But we live in a day and age of reboots and sequel series and all kinds of things, so I feel like it is possible because Girlfriends has a fan base, and not to compare, but everybody thought Sisters was the new Girlfriends of BET. It's like, oh, it's not as good as Girlfriends and yada yada yada, and hey, to each their own. But yeah, I feel like Girlfriends could indeed get some sort of project. I mean, the last time the girls were all together on screen was during an episode of Blackish, so you just never know what might happen in the near future. So with that being said, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the article in the comment section below. And since Tracee's done with Blackish because Blackish is over, it could happen. It could definitely happen. I could definitely see Girlfriends getting some form of a final hurrah at some point in the future. So let's talk about it more below. Hit the thumbs up button and show that you liked the video. Follow me on social media and hit subscribe. Take care, guys.